Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Lily, and for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for dropping by. For today's video, we're going to talk about the brand BAGSMART. They had actually very kindly gifted me a couple bags. This is a brand that I've actually worked with in the past, and I do like the quality of their bags a lot. They have sent backpacks in the past and I've used them. I've also given one to my husband, and definitely very reliable, and it works very well when you travel because there's so many pockets, and I love the organizational purposes of the bag. So I do truly believe that these are really good bags for the price point. I have talked about other brands before, but specifically for this brand and for this price point, you're getting a pretty good bag for whether you're traveling, for whether you're going to school, and for whether it's for career-wise, commute-wise to go to your job. So if that is something you are interested in learning about, we're going to be going through a backpack, a travel carry-on bag, as well as a lunch bag, all of which I'm very excited to share with you. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, folks, so the first bag we're going to talk about is called the Paz. I think it's pronounced Paz. It's P-A-Z, and it's 23 liters. It is a backpack. I have opened this already. I've checked it out very briefly, but I haven't gone into like the details of this, looking in it, because I wanted to go through this all with you. So I do have the original tag on here, simply because I am probably going to give this to my mother-in-law because she needs a backpack. So I thought, why not? But this is a really nice backpack, as you can see immediately. I do have this in the color black. It is just black on black everywhere. But looking on their website, I'm just glancing down here because I have all the information to share with you. They do have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. And the other colors, they do have different tonations. They have like green with beige. So lots of different options, but I really like the black because, again, it's versatile. It matches with everything. So it is very lightweight. It's definitely, it can be, obviously you can tell it's pretty flat right now. I have nothing in here, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when I do have my MacBook in there. It is a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and it should ideally fit in here, so we'll see. I haven't tried it myself. But essentially the back is like this. There is a padded shoulder strap, which is really nice. What I love about the BAGSMART backpacks is that they're actually really lightweight. There are bags that are kind of heavy duty. It's great for, you know, rain and all that, but it's like kind of heavy. This one is very lightweight. So if you're someone who doesn't really like heavy backpacks, this is definitely a really good consideration. So as I'm looking at the website right now, it's saying that this is a water resistant nylon with quilted cotton, which is very nice. It does have a front pocket with flat magnetic closure and keychain, one front full zip pocket for quick access, 2 side pockets, and it so it's really good to fit underneath the plane, like I said, if you're traveling. So let's get right into it. Like I was saying earlier, there is the padded back of the shoulder straps, which helps when, you know, it's kind of heavy. This is also really nice because it has, as you can see here, hopefully you can see, there is this strap here that you could basically put on your suitcase, so that when you're, you know, moving your suitcase around the airport, you don't have to have this physically on your back, so that helps with the strain. I always appreciate when a backpack or like what do you call it, duffel bags, they have this, because it just makes it so much easier to be able to kind of navigate and move your things about without straining your bag. Without straining your back. Also because I put a lot of things in my backpack, so that's kind of nice. And also, as you can tell here, it's like a mesh kind of backing. It's also pretty well padded. It feels good. I always like to do the test on the bottom. If you've been on my channel, you probably know this already, but I love to see if there is good support down here, because when you drop your backpack down, not like you would do that intentionally, but sometimes if you do, you want to know if there's good support. I am actually pretty actually happy with this, because this feels very solid down here. There is good support. It's cushiony, so when we put our laptop in later, let's kind of see how that looks, but I am kind of looking forward to that. All right, so let's start from the front. As you can see from the front, there is the branding here. It says BAGSMART. I've never really understood it, but they have things that are like wording that's upside down. It says here or there, now or never. It's basically the upside down branding. They do a lot of, like, you know, shoulder bags. That's really good for like going to school or using as clinical bags. I do have one that I originally said that I was going to use for clinicals, but I didn't, and I'm using it for just like regular school, and it's great. But yeah, this is what it says on the bottom. If we open up the front pocket, there is just one front pocket here, so it's very simple. The zipper's pretty good. But yeah, the zipper's really nice. It's very smooth, as is with all the other BAGSMART backpacks I have. When you open it, it's a very spacious compartment. I really do love this pop of color here. It makes it so much easier to find. There is a ring here, and this is pretty hefty. It's actually, yeah, it's pretty nice. This ring, you can put your keys here so you don't lose it. And it's just one big compartment. There are no pockets, but this is the type of material. It's pretty decent material. It's not like flimsy or anything, so I do appreciate that. Now, this is the first pocket. I actually lied. There is another pocket. It was just hidden here because, again, the bag is black. It's really hard to tell. But there is another pocket here that we can unzip. And these zipper closures, as you can see, they're also pretty good quality. They're pretty sturdy. I like how, like, this is, yeah, it's not flimsy. You know when things are a little flimsy, it just doesn't feel very good. This one's actually quite deep. And so I can put my entire hand in here. You can put a lot in here. There are no pockets, interior pockets within this big one, but it is very steep, so you could definitely put a lot of things in here. Combined with the front pocket, I think that is a very nice and spacious area. What's interesting about this bag, if you could tell from originally, is that it has a top handle. So I guess that if you don't really want to use it as a backpack, you could hold it like this, which is nice. I guess if you get tired, you do have that option. The only thing about it is that it does look a little funny if you're not into the style. Like, it's not as sleek. If you don't have the top handles, the backpack looks a lot sleeker, right? But because it's here, there's really no way to hide this, I don't think. So when you wear it, it's going to kind of stick up a little bit. But, you know, you could technically unclasp it. So what's nice is that there are these magnetic clasps here. Is it magnetic? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's magnetic. You hear that? It's magnetic. Very nice. So it very easily closes and opens, and it gives you access to your bag here, but it would just look like this. So if that's, you know, just one thing to be mindful of if you don't like that type of style. There are other bags on their website, but that doesn't have this. But again, if you do prefer to have a mechanism for holding your bag by your hands, just like this definitely is a pro. But having said that, let's go ahead and dig into the bag further. So like I said earlier, there is a side pocket here. Let me go and get a water bottle. I'll be right back just to show you how well this fits. All right, so unfortunately I wasn't able to find a regular water bottle because they're all in my dishwasher, so it's getting washed right now. But I do have this AG1 clear one. It is a little on the smaller side. This is a total of 450 mils, but this should definitely fit. So just giving you a reference range, putting this in here. Let me just stick that in here real quick. Yeah, it definitely fits. So if you have a water bottle that's like around this width but taller, it's still gonna fit. I would say that there's probably just a little bit more room to have like a slightly larger in diameter water bottle, but I would say that if you have like the Stanleys, like even the, like, you know, the Stanleys or the what is it called, the Yetis, I'm not sure like that will fit well. But if you have something similar to this size but longer even, or taller, I'm sorry, it will definitely fit. So there are two pockets on here, one on the left, one on the right. They're both similar. There is stretch to it, so again, if it's a little bigger, it definitely does have the ability to accommodate. So let's go ahead and open up this middle zipper, which is basically the largest compartment, I would assume. And it does have a double zip, which is nice, right? Okay, so let's open that up. And it's very lovely. It's very spacious. It still has the desiccant in here, so I'm just going to remove that. I know it is a little difficult to see when it's dark, but hopefully you're still able to kind of see that there is a mesh pocket here. So again, like I said earlier, what I love about BAGSMART is that they have a lot of compartments and they utilize it very well. If you really love organization like myself, this would be perfect for you. So when I open up this, unzip this front pocket, we can see immediately that, oh, this is interesting. Okay, I was actually expecting it to be like one big pocket, but what I'm seeing here is that it's actually divided into two separate pockets. So if you want to, like, again, further organization, which is even more awesome. But yeah, so you can separate out your items. It's divided, and it does go all, it goes, it's like about the depth of my entire palm here, so that's pretty spacious. And that's pretty much it on this side of the bag. On the other side, you do have that laptop compartment, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and grab my laptop here just to demonstrate if it fits or not. I haven't tried it. This is my 16-inch. I do have the MacBook Pro. We're going to stick it in here and let's take a look. Very nice. It fits very comfortably. So if you have a laptop 16 inches, it will fit very comfortably. That's what it looks, all tucked in. And I'm just testing the bottom. I like this a lot. This is very nice. I don't know if, I think I might have mentioned this before, like with the other BAGSMART bag that I had from that the company had very kindly sent me like probably a year or so ago. It's a great backpack. However, I don't think that the support for that bag was as nice as this one on the bottom. Again, to my point about laptops, if you drop the bag a little bit, you want to make sure that it's well protected. This one definitely has a very good protection. You can feel the difference. I know you probably can't see, but this part is very well padded. This part is not very padded. So given the fact that you really just need the laptop protection, this is great. I approve. I'm very happy. I wonder if they probably saw my video on that or other folks talking about it, but this is definitely a high improvement, a really good improvement for protecting your electronic devices. So that's awesome. So let's go back into the other side of this pocket, of this main compartment. Like I said, we just went through the laptop compartment. You could obviously put anything smaller. And there are two pockets here, which is awesome as well, because again, further organization. I don't know how I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So it is a pretty simple, smaller, it's a definitely smaller backpack, but if you want something that's like compact, this is a really, really good option. So yeah, having just, those compartments, having the organization is awesome. Let me see if there's anything else here. Yes, there is. So, okay, so one last thing on this bag. Notice on the back here that there is another zipper. So if we open it, I haven't tried this. Oh, it's actually a pretty spacious compartment. So I would say that this is actually a pretty good spot to put your passports, your wallet, your keys, all your important documents and items, credit cards if you're traveling internationally. This is a really good spot because again, it's against your back, right? And for the most part, yeah, I don't think because it's against your back, it's not like on the side. It is on the side, but it's against your back on the side, so it's actually going to be a very, it's more protected than let's say somewhere up front, right? But yeah, this is a really great access point. You could probably definitely put your phone in here as well. It's pretty spacious. This is how far my palm goes in. So it's basically the entirety of my palm. So that is awesome. I'm just really happy about this padded part. So for you folks who are maybe more on the petite side, I think that this is a really good size for you. It's compact, it's light, it has really good padding here, and it has just the right amount of like pockets inside, I would say, to be able to, give you that organization. The only con that I see here, for me, again, this is all kind of like subjective, right? For me, it's really just this part because I don't like the way this looks. If they had a mechanism where they could tuck this in, like if you weren't using it, tuck it in somewhere, that would look a lot better. Of course, you could probably just tuck it in like this, but you know what I'm saying? There's like no area to tuck it in. Personally, that is the only thing that I have. It's like not that big of a deal, honestly, but I think everything else is actually pretty good. Let me just share with you the price on here. I do have a code that I will also drop in the description below, so you can use that. I believe there's a discount that they sent me, but right now, yeah, so this backpack is $69.99 USD. I will put the links to all the items I talk about in the description below, so you can go take a look at it yourself as well. Again, lots of different colors, but yeah, I hope my mother-in-law will like this, but yeah, I think this is a really nice backpack. It's compact, it's small, it does the job. It fits a big 16-inch laptop. Like, what can you ask for, right? So yeah, This is the first one. Now let's move on to the next one. All right, moving on to the next bag, we're going to be talking about the Paz 34-liter duffel. I think the Paz is like one of their new lines. I hopefully, again, I'm saying this correctly, P-A-Z, Paz. It is their duffel, and I actually selected this because I did have a beige duffel a long time ago. It worked great, but the zipper actually broke. It wasn't very long lasting, so I'm very curious to see how this one is going to compare to that one. I've not used it, but I do plan to use it when I go home for the holidays. But this is what it looks like, and it actually looks really, really, really nice. So I'm really excited to use this bag. It does come in different colors as well. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. The one I have, the name is called Umber, U-M-B-E-R. It's kind of like, I don't know if you can tell, but it maybe looks a little brown from the video right now, but this, or from the camera, this is actually a dark purple, and there's black. Again, it comes in different colors, but I chose this one just because I feel like if you're traveling, like your luggage, your items are going to get a little dirty. So I thought, like, maybe I'll just get a darker color one, although I do like lighter colored things, but again, traveling, it's probably not the best thing. All right, so this one, like I said, is 34 liters. I'm just going to go through the description real quick to tell you a little bit about it. So this one has 8 pockets, and it has a pocket at the bottom for your shoes. I've noticed that a lot of brands do like to add a shoe compartment, which I think is a great idea, because who wants to have their shoes with their clothes, right? It just seems really icky to me. So it's great that there's a shoe compartment, but if you don't plan to carry shoes for like your overnight travel or your travel back home, like on the plane, whatever, you don't have to use this for a shoe compartment. You can use it for something else. I personally will not be using it for a shoe compartment when I travel. I'll need to figure out what I'm going to use it for, but I don't need to bring shoes back home. So we're going to definitely go through everything in this bag, but I just wanted to show you really quickly what it looks like front and back. Again, on the back, you notice that it has this little pocket, which is, let me see, it is magnetic, right? Yes, it's magnetic. I always like magnetic pockets. I just feel like it's so much nicer than the button ones and so much easier to attach, right? It is a nice, generous pocket, but if you don't want to use it as a pocket, there is a little zipper down here, which actually feels very, very, very smooth. It's lovely. Open it up. Ta-da! And again, you can put this on your luggage, so you don't have to be carrying this on your shoulder and adding weight unnecessarily to yourself. Let your luggage do the work. So that is amazing. I love bags that are like this. It just makes life so much easier. So I'm just going to zip that back up. So let's start from the front. On the front, we notice that the brand name, again, BAGSMART, is like right down here. And just real quick, this is a very, very light bag. So I think what BAGSMART has going for them is that all their bags, at least the ones that they've sent me, have been so light. They're so light, but they're also durable, which is like the best of both worlds if you think about it. So because they're so light, the only thing though is that they're not going to hold their shape very well. It's not like those hefty bags that have like, you know, that's going to hold its shape. So if you like a bag that's like going to be structured, this is definitely not it. But if you fill it up, it's probably going to be structured. So just wanted to let you know that real quick. But otherwise, let's get right into it. So as you notice, we have a couple different straps and ways to hold this bag. We have this top handle, which is actually so comfortable. It's like soft and pillowy. So this is very, very, very comfortable. I really like this one. You have the other one, which is like a shoulder strap. So this one, it's kind of interesting how, I guess all bags are like this. I guess maybe I'm just not used to it. The strap is one in the front, one in the back, but basically it has a really nice padded shoulder area, which makes it more comfortable. Very sturdy, nice strap here, and you can use this like over your shoulder, or you could do this as a crossbody. There is an adjustable length here. Is there? Let me check. Yeah, it is adjustable, so you can make it as long or as short as you want. The other option here is that there is this. So I think for me, I probably will remove this. This is removable, so that's nice if you don't want to use it. I probably will remove this, but I wanted to show it to you all first. I'm probably just going to use it with the top handle and also this. This is like a shoulder bag, so that's nice. Now, if you don't have a lot of stuff in here, this is going to be comfortable to wear, but if you have a lot, I probably would use this. Or again, if you have a luggage, pop it right on your luggage. What's interesting here really quick is that there is, I wish this was magnetic. I think that would have been a lot nicer, like, you know, the like the backpack we saw earlier, the top handle, but this one is kind of like a press button. The only thing is with these, I feel like it might, like over time, it will wear off a little bit easier because it's that snap closure, but it's, you know, it's still nice. It's just, you know, I would have preferred a magnetic one. But yeah, this is how you would keep it together. If you don't want to keep it together, you could just like hang it off like that, and that's perfectly fine too. So I like how they give you a lot of different options to choose in terms of how you want to utilize or, you know, wear the bag. Okay, so we'll start from the front again. We have a very similar, this one is a little, definitely very lightweight, this little zipper pull, but the zipper is very smooth, as we can hear. It is not a super deep front pocket. It only pretty much goes from here to here. That's the depth of it, but very nice material inside. There's no inner pocket, and there is no D-ring or key ring here, so it's just, yeah, it's just like a pocket like this. You could put like things that you need easy to grab, but not like your valuables. I never like to put valuables here because, of course, I feel like someone could very easily steal the, you know, take something and you would not know. So now let's go into the middle compartment. It's basically a two pull. It's like this nylon type of material, very sturdy. I like this, and this is what it looks like. And also real quick, it seems like there's a button. Is there? Yeah, okay, so, oh cool, I didn't know that. Okay, so when we saw the bag earlier, it was basically all buttoned up. If you want to, like, I guess have a little bit more room, you can unbutton it. It doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing with these two hanging on the side, but if you need more room, you can definitely use like that, and it actually becomes like, yeah, it actually gives it a lot more room. So lots of options here. That's nice. I didn't even notice this before. So let's go ahead and unzip this, okay? We're gonna unzip this. Very nice smooth zip. You hear that? I like that. I always like a good smooth zip. Opening it up, we have so much room in here. This is awesome. So I'm actually thinking that when I go back for the holidays this year, in like probably a week or two, I might not take a backpack. I might just take this because there is a place to put your laptop. I'm going to also show that to you in a bit. As you can see, huge space. This is a great weekender bag. This is a great, like, I'm taking it on the airplane bag, and I'm pretty sure this can fit underneath the seat if you don't like put too much in here. It can accommodate a lot, but because again it has that very malleable structure, you could definitely fit this under the airplane seat. So we have in here the main compartment. Let's go ahead and check out to see if the laptop fits. So let me grab my laptop again. Again, it's the 16-inch laptop. We're going to slide it in the compartment, and what do we know? It fits, and that is what it looks like. Now let's do the bottom test to see if, okay, so this one, I will say, this one is not as padded as the backpack for the laptop. So that's like kind of the only con I have. Yeah, okay, so it's padded, but I would say it's not as padded as the backpack. So if you do drop this down, you just want to be a little bit mindful. It is padded, but again, not as padded. But still, there's some padding. So, I think best case scenario in some of these cases is probably just to get a laptop cover, like a envelope, you know, one of those to protect your laptop if you don't want to have any of that issue. But this does accommodate a 16-inch laptop. And then as we can see here very quickly, there's a big pocket. Oops, sorry, I was out of focus here, or out of the screen. Big pocket here. I have another big pocket here. So again, nice big pockets. On the other side, it's kind of like this plasticky zip, which we often see in a lot of luggages, and I think this is really good for like toothbrush, toothpaste, like, you know, oral hygiene, face hygiene, or skincare products. This is a really spacious bag, or for like your liquids, excuse me, and stuff like that. But again, super spacious. You could fit so much in here. Again, 32 liters, right? Or was it 34 liters? Let me just take another look. This was 34-liter duffel. Very spacious. A lot of people can use this as their like gym bag as well, which I think would be perfect, again, because of the shoe compartment. Like I said, very versatile bag. You could use it however you want. But now that we've finished the interior, let's go and check out the bottom. So the shoe compartment. So this is very interesting. I had initially thought that this thing would open up entirely, like open up. But for them, they actually just have the zipper come up to here in the front or in the back. And then in the front, it only comes up to here. So I actually think this is a pretty good design, because if it were to go all the way open, everything would fall out. Because it doesn't, you actually have a little bit of give to like not have everything fall out, right? If you just like want to go and access yourself. So I don't think that's a con, honestly. but it is a really big, spacious, like you can fit like probably 2 to 3 shoes in here, honestly. If you're talking about regular shoes, it's a very good big compartment. But yeah, again, if you don't want to use this for shoes, you could just put whatever you don't want to have, like, you know, together with your main compartment and just put it down there. So very nice. I am very excited about this bag. Yeah, I haven't used it. The tag is still on, but I plan to use this one, and yeah, use it for my travels. So I think that this is, what is the price for this one? Let me see. The price for this one is $74.99, so $75 USD, which I think that, you know, for given inflation, given everything going up these days, this actually isn't a bad price, because it is a very, like I said, I don't know like the durability of this line of bags, because again, I have not used them. This is brand new to me, but the BAGSMART bags that I have used, I have had no issues with them. I have put my 16-inch laptop, I have put a lot of stuff in there. The backpacks have been so durable that I feel like the same line of quality should also apply to here. So I think, yeah, for 75 bucks, it's really not bad given how expensive everything is these days. So yeah, this is, again, the PAS 34 liters duffel bag. All right, so we are moving now on to our last item from BAGSMART. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but BAGSMART, thank you so much again for sending me these items. I am very excited to use them. But this one is called, I actually chose this one because I thought it would be perfect for classes. For those of you who don't know, I am actually attending nursing school now, and we do have clinicals like every nursing program. And ideally, you know, you should bring your own lunch because it costs a lot of money to go buy lunch. And as a nursing student, we are very poor. So I decided to get a lunch bag from the PAS line, and this is what it looks like. I love this color. I think it is so beautiful. It's like bright. It's an orange color. They call it a tangerine. So it has this really brilliant turquoise like piping alongside, and it does expand. So we'll definitely go into details here. But for this one, it is $29.99, so it's $30 USD. And this one comes in 3 different colors. It comes in this tangerine, a white, and a black. I wanted this one. It popped. Yeah. But this one, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's basically a 3-layer insulated interior, so it keeps your food either cold or hot depending on what you have in here. It has food grade PEVA lining, which is safe for food, storing foods, which is great. It has a utensil pocket. It has waterproof fabric, so if you're living in an area where, you know, there might be rain and all of that, like me, I'm in Philly right now, so yeah, there's definitely rain and snow. This is really good. It also has an adjustable roll top, which we just saw, and we're going to go into details in a little bit. And it has detachable and adjustable strap, which we are also going to see soon. So this, so given that, I think we can go ahead and start, yeah, pretty much covered. Just looking at the features here, so I could share that with you. But this is what it looks like. Initially, when you want to close it, you basically snap it shut, and you have it like this. And you can adjust this, so you can adjust it tighter or looser. I currently have it on a very loose setting, so it looks kind of loose right now. I know the shape looks kind of funny, but I mean, obviously when you fill it with stuff, it's going to be fine. This one is definitely a more structured bag. It is a lunch bag, but it is more structured. Just wanted to put that out there. So if we turn to the back, it has, I think this is very iconic to the PAS line. All of them have, maybe this is the front. No, this is definitely the back. They all have this like zipper, right? The zipper, and then you have this part. Let's see how deep this is. Definitely nicely, like it has like this very thick, what do you call it, plastic lining. So if you do have any spills, it should be very easily wipeable. But it's just one pocket. Again, my entire palm, almost my entire palm can fit inside, but it's very spacious. You definitely put your utensils or napkins or, you know, whatever in here, condiments, packets of sauce and all that. Again, I love this top handle. It's very similar to the duffel handle. It's soft, it's pillowy. It's just so fun to grab, you know? And then again, like we saw earlier, this is detachable. For me personally, I'm probably going to detach this. I'm not going to wear it on me. Probably just going to hold it like this or stuff it in my bag. But it's nice to know that you have the option to remove it if you want to. So we're going to go and look at the front. This one is a little different. It doesn't have like the black branding with the upside down letters on the other side. It just says BAGSMART, so a lot simpler. I actually like this better than the other one. I just feel like it's simpler, it's to the point, there's not too much going on. But yeah, I guess they do the backpacks and the duffels differently from the lunchbox. So yeah, so let's go ahead and pop it open. Like I said, I really like the piping. I think that it adds a little bit of color. There is like a Velcro like top here, so you can stick it together to like keep your food insulated, and then open it up like that. And it's basically just one really big compartment in here. There's no pockets or anything, not that I'm aware of. Let me see. Yeah, there's no pockets. And it's just very insulating. So if you look at this, this is quite huge, right? I mean, I'm probably going to put a lunchbox in here and probably like a soda and some fruits. I'm just going to put that water in here, stand it up real quick to show you, like kind of, yeah, that's like basically where it hits at the top here, you know, so you can fit a lot in here. It's definitely good to fit quite a few items, and the fact that, you know, keeps things hot and cold. So now if you wanted to like roll it, I think you could roll it. If you didn't like how it looked earlier, we could do that. Different ways to do it. I mean, you know, we could make this tighter, and so now it looks like that. It's just a cute little lunchbox, you know. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but this is something that I will be definitely using, so that's why I chose this. And if you guys or you folks are looking for a lunchbox for work, for school, for, you know, anything, this is a pretty good option. Price point is relatively decent, I would say, and the bottom is like very cushiony, very padded. Now, if this were to fit a laptop, I would say I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it is very padded. But yeah, it's a lunchbox, so there you go. And that is it for the video today. I am at 33 minutes. Hopefully I can trim some things down. But I hope that was helpful. I do like this brand a lot because I think that it is a more affordable brand compared to some of the other brands out there. But it also does give you, they do produce high quality products where they are lightweight, but they are very durable, and they have a lot of different pockets and functionality that, you know, are very well thought out. So yeah, I'm really happy with these. And if you have any questions about any of these products, feel free just to let me know. I always try to respond when I have a chance. If I'm a little late, I do apologize, but yeah, just let me know. And I think that is it. So yeah, it is currently December, so yeah, happy holidays to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Please stay healthy, happy, and safe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.